So I've got this client of mine that I've been seeing for a long time, and I'm just going to call him Bill. It's not his name, but I'm just going to call him Bill. So we talked to him about exercise, and I've been working on his knee, and he's been doing better, all that kind of stuff. And so then I don't see him for about a month and a half, and he comes back in, and he is just lower than low. I'm like, Bill, what's going on? Is your pain back? And he's like, no, my knee's still feeling good, but I haven't been able to make exercise a habit. And he's like, I kind of feel like a failure, and I'm just beating myself up over it. So we talked about maybe his approach needed a little bit of fine-tuning to kind of make it more successful. So we talked about the differences between a habit and a routine, and I got him all pumped up, and I sent him off, and I said, okay, I want you to come back in a month. And then in a month, we're going to have another conversation here. I'll check out your knee, see how it's doing, and then you're going to give me the good news about how you've now made exercise part of your life. How did it turn out? He comes back in a month. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the difference between a habit and a routine. Now, a habit is something that we all start off doing. We learn it, but then it becomes quickly automated, and then we just kind of do it automatically without thinking about it. Think about when you have kids, or when you were a kid, about brushing your teeth or washing your hands. We had to sit there and think about it and learn how to do it. But then as adults, most of us brush our teeth on a regular basis, wash our hands, and we can actually do something else as we wash hands because it's become so automated. And when we don't do habits, oftentimes we end up feeling a little bad, or there's a negative association with it, or uncomfortable. So imagine going somewhere in the bathroom, in a public bathroom somewhere, and you use the bathroom and you go to wash your hands and there's no soap, and you sit there and you pump it like 5 times and nothing comes out, and then you pump it some more because, of course, if you pump it 10 times, then something will really come out, right? So nothing comes out, and you walk out, and it's not a good feeling. So a habit is something that when you do on a regular basis without much thought, it's almost automated. Think about having your cup of coffee in the morning. All of us are staring at our phones. That just happens effortlessly. Now let's talk about a routine. A routine is completely different, because if we don't do a routine, we don't necessarily feel uncomfortable. Full disclosure, I didn't exercise or anything today, and I don't really feel too bad. So a routine is something that requires a more deliberate setup. If you skip it, you don't feel bad. A habit, if you skip, you feel bad. A routine, if you skip, you don't necessarily feel bad. Paying bills, doing laundry, cleaning the garage. These are all things that kind of have to be done, but we don't necessarily feel really bad if we don't do it. And that's the biggest difference between a habit and a routine. Let's get back to Bill. Bill was trying to make exercise into a habit. And for him, and for a lot of people, exercise may never become a habit. And you know what? That's okay. But the problem is that he was trying to make exercise into a habit. And then when he fell off the wagon, he considered himself a colossal failure. So when I talked to him, I said, look, Bill, exercise is never going to become a habit for you. It does great, but you know what? Let's try to make it into a routine, and it's going to be okay. It's okay if it's a routine and it never becomes something that you absolutely love, that you feel bad if you don't do. So how can we change behaviors to make it into a routine and understand that it's not always going to be super simple and automated to do? So we're going to talk about a few things that might help you make exercise into a routine. Number 1, you have to schedule in the time. If you want to exercise in the morning, well then you better literally carve out time to exercise. If you want to exercise at lunch, exercise at the end of the day, you literally have to schedule it in. Because if you don't schedule it, it never happens, right? It's like the buddy you meet, you go, hey, we should go out and have a beer. It never happens. Unless you say, how about Friday? I was going to say at 1, but that's a little early. So how about Friday at 5? We'll go out and we'll have a beer. So unless you schedule it, it doesn't happen. Number 2, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So what I mean by that is, understand it's going to take some deliberate effort to get to the gym. Don't so much look at the process of doing it, but try to spin it a little bit to look at the benefit that the exercise is going to provide. And try to do something that you enjoy doing. If you don't really love the water, please don't sign up for water aerobics, right? It's not sustainable. So try to find something you love and then do it enough so it becomes exercise and it becomes part of your lifestyle a lot easier. Number 3, remove the obstacles. So I work out in the morning. And so there are certain days when I wake up in the morning and I have all the stories in the world of why I shouldn't work out. cold, it's rainy, I think I'm getting a cold. These are all just stories that we all tell ourselves, myself included. You know, I don't want to wear my workout clothes, or oh, I don't want to turn the light on because I don't want to wake up Elizabeth. You know, I'm just being considerate. So I won't work out today because for Elizabeth's sake, I'm just being considerate. So you want to get rid of all those stories. So what I do is I literally put my workout clothes in the bathroom. So when I get up in the morning, like we all do, we use the bathroom, we brush our teeth, and I turn around and there are the clothes. So you have no excuse to not put your clothes on right away. So before I even leave the bathroom, I'm already dressed for my workout. My gym is close by. I work out the YMCA. It's about a 6-minute drive and it's easy to do. There's parking. So take away all these small little naggly things, but in your mind, they can become really big, huge issues if you let them. Make things easier, remove obstacles in your day. And the last one is more of a psychological trick. Oftentimes I'll have clients that'll give them a reward at the end. So if I work out every day this week, on Saturday I can do blank and have this reward. So then what happens is that the whole emphasis is on the reward at the end of the week. So Monday you wake up and you're all pumped up. Tuesday you wake up, you didn't sleep well, maybe it's cold, it's rainy, and then you think about that reward on Saturday. So it's too far out in the future. So then once again, what do? You make up a ton of excuses and you're like, you know what? I didn't really want that pizza on Saturday anyway, you know, or whatever the reward is. You start downplaying the reward because it's Tuesday and Saturday seems like an eternity away. So oftentimes those reward-based things don't work so well, and focus on the benefits of exercise and enjoying the journey and the process. One thing I'll tell my clients too is we have to stress consistency over intensity. There's just gonna be some days when you're not feeling it, but you gotta dig down deep, get yourself to the gym and go through the motions, because I guarantee you'll feel better for doing it than not having done it at all. Now let's get back to Bill for a second. Bill comes back in and he's doing amazing. Now he's not perfect, but what he realized is that exercise is always going to be a little bit of a chore for him. It's not going to be a habit. So once he realized it's going to be a routine that's going to take some setup, he got rid of the reward system because it wasn't really working for him, and he's trying to find something that he enjoys doing, and he's doing really well. So let me know if you think exercise is a habit for you or a routine. If you have any questions, let me know. And please subscribe if you haven't, because I would love to hit at least 10,000 subs by the end of 2020. I don't know, it just kind of rhymes and it goes well. All right, take care. We'll see you.